It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They run it for the first time with Tony Pollard. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29. Now we've got whistles, and the man slow to get up here is Jones. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Herbert has it knocked free. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they're already in the red zone. The 18-yard line is where they take over. Now here are the Seahawks in great shape to start their first drive. They will be led out by the Heisman Trophy winner from 2018, drafted #1 overall the subsequent year, Kyler Murray.
You know what I did in pregame? I made sure I touched him as he went by. I want a little bit of what he's got.
The golden arm from last week.
Oh, how much fun was that to watch that game tape, all right? The number of touchdowns, what was that, 5 last week?
Yeah.
But 0 interceptions. So you think he's due to throw a pick? But I'm betting that he continues the streak in this game.
Give him 9 first down completion.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on. This speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. So the Cardinals offense back onto the field. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
On 2nd and 9, Herbert. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. On 1st and 10, Herbert. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big play there on the catch and run.
Well, that's something that this defense is not going to be able to allow if they're going to have success here. They've got to be able to wrap up and get guys on the ground. They end up letting him get away, and it turns into a big play here early on. I can just see veteran observers of the game shaking their heads and talking about the dearth of tackling in the game today.
Herbert throwing again. And this a quick slant to Lockett. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 13-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Good call there on 1st down, and Brandon, I'm getting better over the years at not screaming out screen, screen, screen with my defensive training. They want to keep those pass rushers honest, and they did so there, and they wind up picking up positive yardage.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a 1st down. They ran it and picked it up.
Penny. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
It is definitely hard to find space near the goal line. You always want to have a guy in the game running it who can create his own.
Pollard. is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. Out of the gun, Herbert. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line. So problems with errant passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week and now another here in this first quarter.
And sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week, and you can't do it all on one throw.
After the turnover, here's Murray. He finds Hopkins complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Murray now on 1st down. And Murray with a smart move there at the end of the play. Picks up the 1st down and then slides to the ground.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
A quick throw complete. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
2nd and goal from the 1. To throw is Murray. And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. DK Metcalf. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor in effect.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make the score 14-0. A drive there of just 4 plays, and it all culminates with a Seattle score. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Arizona's offense back out and ready to go. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. They'll try the jet sweep with Kirk. Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this league, no question about it. That wasn't the biggest of gains, but it was enough to get them a 1st down. And it continues to test the defense. They have to think on every play about who might end up with the ball.
It'll be a handoff to Pollard. And he'll be stopped right at midfield.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
From the 50, here's Herbert. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Herbert's throw here taken in by Isabella. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Herbert now. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And they'll get this across midfield, but not nearly close to a first down as he stopped at the 48. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
That pattern and scheme was well defensed on 3rd down. He tried to just sprint from one side of the field to the other, and they got it to him quickly. But no chance at yards after the catch there, and they stop him short.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Getting set to go again, DeAndre Hopkins marches back onto the field. There was a lot of talk in training camp about him getting off to a hot start this year, saying that they needed that. Well, he's done it through the first month.
It kind of reminds me of one of those great musical groups where one person has their name out front and they have the backups, right? He's the guy out front because the backups, they're doing what they're supposed to be doing, but we're going to the headliner each and every time. And that's not easily done because, you know, all the defenses are kicking towards him right now. That means he's fighting his way through traffic, finding ways to get open, even when he's not supposed to be.
First down, Murray. And Murray in trouble here, and down he goes.
But that's what they have to do more of defensively, not just getting sacks, but they have to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Oh, a leap, and he will make the catch. It's a big play there for Seattle. One of the good things about throwing in his direction, he usually has the size advantage on those 2-man catches.
And what I like about his game is that he carries himself at his full height. He understands it's an advantage and uses it at every opportunity.
He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. DK Metcalf with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 21-0. So that drive, 4 plays. And the Seahawks capping it off with a touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the 2nd quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That's to the right side and complete to Njoku. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Throwing again on 2nd down. Herbert got his man complete over the middle. It's Bowers. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 29-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Again, Herbert. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Back to throw here, Herbert. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Isabella. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Herbert operating from the red zone. Open man is Kirk, complete. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Coming up on a 2nd and 6. A shotgun snap for Herbert. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And the Cardinals are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Now here's Pollard. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Tony Pollard, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and that'll cut the lead to 21-7. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Nyheim Hines now out of his end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The Seahawks going to take over now late in this first half. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. Murray now. He'll get this complete to Rondale Moore. He's at the 40, the 20, and all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Rondale Moore, 85 yards. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. 1-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Cardinals going to get the football one final time here in this first half. And they'll take over with just 18 ticks remaining. Just 18 seconds remain till halftime as they come up on 1st and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. Looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. From the 35 on 2nd down. Herbert, they'll lock it with a grab over the middle. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll start our tour out.
All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. On the return, it's Nyheim Hines. Not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they get the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. On play action, it's Murray. This is caught by Evans. And they move this all the way down to the 9.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taking them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
Not too many missteps in the red zone thus far. He was going for his 5th touchdown pass. His man couldn't shake free there, but boy, you know he's going to take another shot before this one's over.
Yeah, exactly, because you know 3 is good, 4 is excellent. You get 5. That's a whale of a game. Murray now, 3rd and goal. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
And his kick is indeed good, and that will extend their lead even further. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the second half. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
You think he might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for second down. Justin Herbert looking to pass. This complete to Lockett. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
And that is taken in by Njoku. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 36.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there. Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Tyler Lockett, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals cut into that lead.
And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs, and I think they're going to at least take a look at this. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet will... So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
On the return is Hines. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. DK Metcalf of the Seattle offense about set to take over once again.
He's having a day here in quarter number 3. Over 100 yards, couple touchdowns. Every receiver's hope for when they head into that game in the National Football League.
And his team is loving what he's giving them. Of course, the yardage is terrific, but I think it's what you mentioned, the 2 touchdowns. That's the big one because he's paying off his results downfield.
And still more time here, third quarter. We'll see what else he has in store for us. That catch good for only a couple.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
2nd and 8 coming up.
To throw, it's Murray. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you said.
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line.
DJ Jones busting through to get him for a loss of 6. He was still looking through his progressions and going through his receiver options, and while he was doing that, the defense got to him quickly in the pocket.
And it was a great example of zone coverage. Well executed, well coordinated. All the receivers were covered, and he couldn't evade the rush back in the pocket.
Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Out to the right, he gets it to Lockett. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the first down. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we'll begin it with a field goal try here. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. And his kick is good. And that'll get the deficit down to 15.
So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
The Seahawks take back over.
Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. It's complete to Hopkins. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so.
Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the fourth quarter, but the way that they passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so.
On 2nd and inches, Murray. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Moore.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
Murray now on 1st down. Catch is made by Metcalf. And they got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Now Murray again. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25.
He's starting to fall into the category of not fair because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Well, yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the great coverage. Oh, he can run too. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
They threw the screen to the perimeter, but to no benefit at all. Tackled behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of yardage.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Murray, quick slant, caught by Moore. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 12-yard line.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
Throwing on 1st down is Murray. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Touchdown, Seahawks. DK Metcalf, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year.
And the Seahawks are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead.
Extra. past the uprights. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Taking it about the 1. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over.
And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss.
Now a throw here to his running back. And I think the ball's out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
Well, obviously you never want to fumble, but if you do, good to be towards the sideline. It saves them the possession.
Saves the embarrassment, saves it going down on the play sheet as a turnover. But I still think it should go to the defense, even if they don't recover it. If you give up the football, you gave up the football.
Agree to disagree, I guess.
Can you tell what I played?
Yeah, you played defense. Yeah. I'll let you go.
I took a shot.
Herbert on first down now. It's caught. Lockett. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40.
You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
A gain of 6 there on first.
You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 23. To the air again, Herbert. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Now here's a throw that's complete. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score. Here's Herbert. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. 4th down for Herbert. Desperation time. And, oh, my goodness, what a catch at the 6. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. The quick slant caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. David Njoku, his first touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, and now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage, just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you try and throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. to throw it. Murray. Buying time to his left. Murray has the first down and more. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
And that was a whole lot of open space out in front of him, wasn't it? I'm telling you, Brandon, when things are going right, they are going right.
And everything has been going their way for the most part. I saw that lane start to develop. Boom. He took advantage of it.
Easy.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray.
That's into the hands of Eckler.
Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Second and 10.
They're going to go toss right side with Eckler. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Third and 11, and some extra depth to the secondary here. They're in the dime. Murray flips this forward on a jet sweep, and he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So with that. You figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Tyler Lockett trotting onto the field, getting set for this next drive. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and that'll bring up second down. Herbert. Left side complete to Lockett. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Herbert setting up to throw on first down. Dumps that off to Penny as running back. So he stopped for no gain. And it'll be second and 10.
That's a nice job defensively to make sure everyone was accounted for, because ordinarily you pick up the guys downfield and sometimes you forget about the running back. In this case, they did not and dropped him for no gain.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. Now whistles and a timeout called here. Not sure of the point of this, but they'll stop it with 4 seconds to go in the game. One last throw here for Herbert. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by DJ Reed.
And the Seahawks come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.